Welcome to a very wet day 43 from Freeburg to Centralia. Should be about 55 miles, but as you can probably see, I know you can hear it's thundering. It's absolutely hammering it down since I started. I've done about 10 miles and to be honest I'm lost because I haven't got my Garmin anymore that won't walkabouts. I'm relying on using phones and the screens are getting wet and I can't do anything, and it's not giving me the word commands neither in my headphones, so I just feel like I've just been going around in circles and I can't open the maps because the screens are just wet and they won't let on both phones, so I've got nowhere to shelter. It's just, yeah, if I keep on going this way, I haven't got a clue. I just haven't got a clue where I am. So I'm a bit stuck. So I don't know. I might have to try and find some shelter or something, and hopefully the phones dry out. But yeah, it's not a good start, and I think it's like this all day. So yeah, not good. 29 miles done. It still hasn't let up this rain. At least the thunder and lightning stopped, but no, it's relentless. I'm absolutely drenched. Makes a change to be drenched from rain instead of the heat. But yeah, this last Thursday when I was cycling it rained, but not like this. This has been really heavy. So yeah, I'm soaking wet. Some of my kit's wet. Hopefully the bags are keeping stuff dry on the back, but it's a nightmare trying to navigate because I can't use the screens because they're wet and my fingers are wet, as I mentioned before, and yeah, and they're not giving any commands out when you should be, so then you go and stop and try and look on the screen, but you can't move the screen. So it's just swings and roundabouts. But I've got 30 miles left. I've done a few more miles than I should have because of a few detours I've ended up doing from the navigation problems. But yeah, let's try and get these done as quick as possible. Just stopped at the service station. Done 40 miles. It hasn't stopped raining for those 40 miles. At least the thunder had stopped. So it's the first shelter I've had, so I've just been in for about 45 minutes. They had no tea bags, so she let me have 2 cups of hot water and I just stuck my own tea bags in, so it was good. So yeah, feel a bit better, dried out a bit, and it's just spitting now, so not too bad. Just tried to book a motel and it's come up with a blooming, I don't know, because normally it doesn't default to another date. It shows the first date when I've been doing them. And first noticed it was the 7th next Friday. And then when I looked closely and I tried to put directions to it, it's 2,000 odd miles away. Obviously it's picked up another Centralia. So yeah, I've just lost that money. Bit annoying, but not a lot I can do. Anyway, let's go get these other 20 miles done. Took no photographs today because obviously the phone hasn't been working. Screen. So at least everything's dried out now. So that's day 43 done from Freeburg to Centralia. 59 very wet miles, especially the first 40. It never stopped raining and thunder and lightning. But after the I spoke earlier at the service station when I stopped there, and after that it's just spitting, and then it dried out then for the last 20 miles. So that was a relief, but I think tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday are going to be the same as well. So yeah, makes you change from sweating because it's too hot. Now I'm just soaking wet, and the kit's soaking wet from rain. But yeah, and the blooming motel thing just goes on and on and on. The standard of motel is diabolical. This one is just, oh, the bathroom's bad. the towels are dirty. They're just only one. They don't have ceiling lights. They just have lamps all these places, and 1 out of 3 of the lamps works. The water was off for the first hour and a half, and I wanted just to shower to warm up. Yeah, it's just they're just so. I just don't know how they can stay in business right across the country. Nothing. There's only a handful have been decent, well, acceptable. And then the other gripe is this: America was famed for its customer service. Nowadays, you're that close to throwing the food at you. I went to Subway, just been to Subway, and she sat down. 2 of the workers sat down with a friend. She shouted something at me when I come through the door. I didn't understand what she was on about. Something about, was I there for online, or was I what's that? And if you had a scale of 1 to 10 on the chances of your food being thrown at you, then that was a 9. Because she, in Subways, they're normally very, what's there about the fault, squeezing everything in, folding. Half of the stuff just fell out, and then she just wrapped it and then just basically threw it at me. Yeah, so a little bit disappointed. But yeah, I'm just going to go back to the room now, and I've still got a groggy head migraine, but I need to get some editing done. That takes quite a bit of time up, that does. But probably because I got migraines, I've just seemed like I'm whinging a lot, but it's just, it does get you down when you got, it's just, your head's splitting in 2 all the time. So, yeah, I apologise, but, you know, unless you suffer or had a migraine, and you don't know what it's like. It's just so debilitating. But that's enough. Let's try and finish on a good note. Can't think of one. All right, day 44 tomorrow. Plan was, I think, an RV park to camp, but if it's going to be carrying on raining, then it'll probably have to be another substandard motel. Okay, that's it for today.